Call it, Captain.
All right, listen up.
Comic book movies have become the hype within the recent years, even though they've been around for the previous century, with the two major companies, Marvel and DC, leading this genre. However, superhero movies have found it hard to be recognized by Hollywood's most acknowledged awards, especially the Oscars. Believe it or not, only 9 movies from both Marvel and DC have ever won an Oscar.
Is that how a warped brain like yours gets
Starting in 1978, Superman was the first ever comic book movie to receive an Oscar. For its visual effects, the movie managed to receive a Special Achievement Award. Along with the win, it was also nominated for Best Sound Editing and Original Score. Next up, 11 years later, Tim Burton's Batman was awarded an Academy Award for Best Art Direction. The film was recognized for its Gothic display of Gotham City and the legendary Batcave. And 15 years later, in 2004, the movie that revolutionized superhero movies, Spider-Man 2, was nominated for Best Sound Editing, Best Sound Mixing, and managed to get an Oscar for Best Visual Effects when Doc Ock and Spider-Man went toe-to-toe in an epic showdown, accompanied with Best Web Swinging. In 2008, Heath Ledger tragically passed away several months before the release of The Dark Knight, but his iconic portrayal of the Joker earned him a posthumous award for Best Supporting Actor, and the award was received by his family on stage. That wasn't the only win the movie received, as it also walked out with an award for Best Sound Editing.
Let's do something fun.
2016 Suicide Squad may be one of the worst comic book movies, but fans were surprised as it managed to receive an Oscar for Best Makeup and Hairstyling for the impressive work they did with the outfits and general display of the squad.
It's about 2 billion people all over the world that looks like us.
And now, the film that still holds the record for most Oscars given to a comic book film. Black Panther managed to get 3 awards out of 7 nominations, with the most noticed being for Best Picture, becoming the first comic book film to be nominated at that category. Other nominations were Best Sound Editing, Best Original Song, and Best Sound Mixing. It managed to go home with Oscars for Best Score, Best Production Design, and Best Costume Design. 2018 Into the Spider-Verse swung into theaters and the Oscars and took the Best Animated Feature with its unique animation style, deep characters, and impressive superhero story. The animated film is regarded by most as the best adaptation of Spider-Man ever.
Can you introduce me as Joker?
In 2019, Joker movie was certainly a different type of movie for DC, and lead actor Joaquin Phoenix took home his first ever Oscar-winning Best Actor for his portrayal of Arthur Fleck. The movie was also awarded an Oscar for Best Score. It also holds the record for most nominations for a comic book movie with 11 nominations. Among them is nominations for Best Picture, Best Cinematography, and Best Costume Design. Wakanda Forever followed into the footsteps of its predecessor and won an Oscar for Best Costume Design in creating costume for both Wakanda and Namor's Talakan. Also, Angela Bassett was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Queen Ramonda, which was clearly robbed by Jamie Lee Curtis. Other nominations include Best Visual Effects, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, and Best Original Song. Now, with that being said, DC holds the lead with 7 Oscar awards, while Marvel had a total of 6. Many could argue that DC was the only one who won in main categories after winning 2 main performances, both for the portrayal of the Joker, and Marvel's Black Panther becoming the only movie to have itself and its sequel nominated and received an Oscar. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video.